Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Now trackies, our women's 4x1 is having some issues, some major problems. Right now, as far as I'm concerned, these are the type of problems you want to be having, when constructing your relay team. But again, it's problems nonetheless. Now let's talk about, the women's 4x100 meter finals that will come up later on today. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I'm definitely looking at countries such as Jamaica, of course, United States of America, and I'm also looking at Great Britain to potentially, fall on the middle podium. But it's a relay, and anything can happen. So teams like the Ivory Coast could possibly sneak in. You never know. But with that said, trackies, for me personally, I definitely believe that the United States of America heads into this race as favorite. Why? Why, you may ask, even though, Jamaica seems to always have a super powerhouse team in terms of, individual athletes, flat speed, because regardless of the times the American athletes are running, individually, they seem to turn into ninjas. They turn into ninjas year after year on the 4x1 relay. I've watched them, for numerous years, and this is the vibe I get from them. They literally turn into warriors and they pull out the absolute best, something that they didn't even have before when they're running on that relay. So, with that said, Jamaica needs to understand. So, we are go up against some ninjas, and this time around, the ninjas we go up against are literally much better than the let's take an example, the ninjas in 2022, much better. Now when I look at the heat sheets, America will field a team that involves Shakira Richardson and Gabby Thomas, while on the Jamaican side, you know things as I said are a bit topsy-turvy at this moment. But as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to the United States of America, if you throw in Gabby, throw in Gabby on the back stretch, throw in Shakiri on the anchor leg, plus any two here, maybe Tamari Davis and Melissa Jefferson, just leaving any two trackies. And as far as I'm concerned, this is a super powerhouse team for the United States of America. Now we need to figure out how to become ninjas ourselves and try to, defeat them. So, personally, again, I loved what I saw from our athletes, yesterday. But that's where the problems, has arisen now because they looked too good. And going off, what was previously said that okay, we're going to use top four in the finals. This is where now potential issues, will start. Remember all of this Taekwondo Tracy back and forth. Well, they have come out to say, listen. Making the team just makes you, be a part of the relay pool, and it doesn't guarantee you to run on the relay, right? So, with that said, their own words trackies are going to turn around and bite them because, as such, previously I was like, listen, if that's the rule that they're going to work with, and they want to use the same top four that finish at trials in the race, then we're definitely going to see, Sasha Lee Forbes, Natasha Morrison, of course, Shelly, and we're going to see Sharika. That's pretty much what we're going to see in the finals. But since all of this, bangarang went down, clearly, that was never the case. And I always said that was never the case. But, they wanted to hold to that, for whatever reason, they wanted to hold to it. But now, again, we have a fantastic race with Brianna Williams, Elaine Thompson, Sasha Lee Forbes, and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price running 41.70 as season's best to qualify, in first place. Now, when you look at each leg, you start to say to yourself, but wait. Are we going to be subbing out Elaine Thompson here and Brianna Williams and keep a Sasha Lee Forbes and, potentially a Natasha Morrison? We haven't seen Natasha, to be fair, but based on what we saw on these legs, personally, Sasha Lee Forbes, has to be, as far as I'm concerned, be the one that is left off the team as it stands right now. Trackies, you can't afford to make any mistakes right here, And if we have faster legs, if we have Elaine Thompson here clearly showing up, looking like she's ready to run, some place in individually that is, 10-8-ish, maybe a 10-8 high, you never know, as far as I'm concerned, then that Elaine Thompson here needs to be on the team. I don't care what Natasha did as it relates to individually or what Shelly has done individually, she's clearly much faster than they are right now. So Elaine needs to stay. The problem now becomes, Trackies, when I say Elaine needs to stay, is the whole, order of the relay literally has to be, reconstructed. The whole thing. They had Shelly on anchor yesterday. I don't know why they put Shelly on anchor, but they had Shelly on anchor. You know what I mean? Now I get the point that Shelly can't run any curves because of her knee, but still I'd try to figure out something else and not put her, on anchor. But I'm thinking they were like, okay, we're just gonna fix this issue by removing the back two, which is Brianna and Elaine, and slotting Nashasha on the first, and then start Shelly right there on second, and then throw what's Sherika Jackson on the final leg, and of course just let Sasha Lee Forbes stay there. But based on this run track, is that clearly is not what's going to happen, and they have no excuse, in my opinion, to try to leave Elaine Thompson here personally off this team. No, this is what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to. All right. And to be fair, Brianna ran a fantastic leg. Natasha can start as well. And, more Natasha left with something. You know what I mean? And considering that, Brianna did run in the heat, Sasha Lee did run in the heat as well. They partake in the medals. Track is winner run for silver. This is not just about us going out to compete. This is us wanting to win gold, right? So if we want to win gold, we literally have to send out the best team. So potentially I can see, a Natasha Morrison filling, Brianna's slots, right? Give her a shot, let her get a medal, a share of the money kind of thing to leave. Plus also potentially, give us, a similar performance on the first leg, right? That's my thought process right there. Then we're going to put Shelly back on the back stretch. That's where Shelly always was for me, the back stretch. Put Shelly smack dead there. I'm glad actually hearing now that she can't run the curve, because apparently last year she requested to run the curve, right? This time around she can't run a curve. Perfect for me. Right on the back stretch. That's where Shelly needs to stay all day, every day, in my opinion, personally. Did you see her baton handling in the heat? It was superb. That again is the stability you need on the backstretch to make sure that button pass from point A and reaches to point C without any problems. Again, Shelly Fraser Price not only has the foot speed to dominate, the backstretch, but she also has the experience to ensure that things go the way they are supposed to go. Now, with that said, track is personally, I would put Elaine now. Based on what I saw in the heats, Elaine now squarely goes on the third leg. This is the leg she's run before. Shelly has also run, back stretch already. Elaine has also run third leg already. Go back and run third leg. No problem there. And of course, Sherika Jackson. I know a lot of people want to see Sherika on the back stretch and not the final leg. Track is, we can't ignore the blatant issues. If we know, if it's a known issue that Sherika cannot, hand over the baton as seamlessly as some of the other athletes, then we can't put her in the middle of the relay to potentially cause any problems. So she needs to squarely stay on the anchor leg, right? And then now that's our relay. So I'm gonna go again. It's Natasha to Shelly to Elaine to Sherika. That for me is a gold medal winning team, and we're gonna possibly challenge, one like a world record here or there, but let's see. As it relates to Team USA, I'm assuming that Gabby will be on backstretch, and I'm assuming that Shakiri would be on the anchor. So potentially Jamaica has to ensure that we're not behind America coming off that third, because it's going to be a hell of a task, for Sherika Jackson, a 10.65 sprinter, to run down another 10.65 sprinter. You know what I mean? It's not going to be easy. So if even possible, right? So we don't want to leave that up to chance. So we definitely want to make sure off the back of Shelly's, back stretch that I expect to see her demolishing Gabby on, leading into Elaine. I expect to see Elaine do, damage on that third leg into Sherika. I'm expecting Jamaica to have a comfortable enough gap on the United States of America to take, home the gold medal. But again, this is literally reconstructing the whole relay based on what they did in the heats. And usually you don't really want to mess around with the relay that much, but it is what it is. You have to work with the faster men. We want gold. A gold we're going there for. We're not going out there for silver. So track is you all tell me the comment section below. Oh, and let me touch on Great Britain. So Great Britain, as you know, had Asha Phillip and also Annie Togi, to start off. I'm assuming that both these athletes will be, substituted. And I'm assuming that, again, Daryl Nita comes in, and also Dina Asher Smith comes in. They will also have to restructure their whole relay, based on this, because Bianca and Imani, depending on the leg that Dina is running, whether it's back straight or the curve, the third leg, then they will have to be shifted around a bit, and of course Darlita comes in, on the end. So again, let's see what happens for that team. But that is typically, my opinion as it relates to Great Britain. But I do have these three teams personally challenging for a medal, with of course the Ivory Coast someplace there, challenging as well. But let's see how that goes for the finals. So trackies, y'all tell me now in the comment section below, what do you think? How do you think Jamaica should structure this team? Should we just go for top four and just settle for a medal, or should we go out and try to kill this thing, become ninjas ourselves? Sound off in the comment section below, like the video, and of course subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.